What is going on, guys? Welcome to the live show, Lions Vikings Week 18.
Yep.
I am your host, Tyler. Joined with my two guys, as always, Mr. Malcolm Martin Pierre. Boys, how we feeling?
Feeling great. It's game day. We got a playoff game in Detroit next week. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck about this game. Excuse my language. I just want to come out of it healthy, knock on wood, and just get ready for next week.
Malcolm, how we feeling?
Woo! What is going on, man? Shit. I'm kind of excited. Shit. Here we are, week 18. We're not worrying about does the Lions get in the playoffs? Do we need this game to? No, we don't need anything right now. We're in it. We're in, man. We're in.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier on the pod this week. It's like that was a topic. Is like, do you rest or play the starters? And like, frankly, my interest level in this game is kind of like Pierre. I'm not too locked in. I'm kind of just all ready for next week at this point. Honestly, like I'm ready to go for next week. I think next week is going to be. That's going to be a week. Like once after this game is over, we know what happens in the NFL. Like that's when it gets really interesting. But as far as the Lions, I mean, Pierre hit it right in the nail. It's like you're really just sitting back today. Like you're not really too worried about other teams. You're kind of just sitting back, and if you win, great. If you lose, doesn't really matter that much either, honestly. So it's just like you get to sit back, relax for this game. Not too much on the line. As far as seeding, the Lions could technically still move up to the 2 seed if some things go their way, if they win and both Cowboys and Eagles lose. So that is still in the air, and that seems like why the Lions are still playing some of the stars. But let's get into the inactives and see who's playing for both sides. Start off with the Lions. Malcolm, you want to go ahead and read off the Lions inactives?
I think we should start off with the Vikings.
Okay, all right, we'll start off with the Vikings inactives. Pierre, it's all you.
Cornerback Mekhi Becton, cornerback Byron Murphy, who's their starter, quarterback Jaron Hall's emergency quarterback, safety Theo Jackson, safety what's that guy's name out of Georgia? That safety they took when we traded with them. Damn it, I'm drawing a blank.
Lewis Cine?
Lewis Cine is active today for the Vikings, and the Vikings fans are like trolling.
That.
Yeah, Vikings fans are trolling like Lewis Cine breakout game because he's been inactive like all year. Starting guard Ed Ingram is out. Starting right tackle Brian O'Neill is out, and then defensive lineman Jacqueline Roy is out.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah. I'm ready though. I'm ready now. Okay, so for the Detroit Lions, the injury report or the inactive list, we have defensive lineman John Kaminsky. He's a healthy scratch. He's inactive. Cornerback Stephen Gilmore. He's inactive. That brother just cannot find the field at all. Defensive lineman Charles Harris, another healthy scratch. He's inactive. Quarterback. I know a lot of people had questions about this. Will we see Hendon Hooker? You will not. He will be a healthy scratch. Actually, he's the emergency quarterback. So the only way you'll see him on the field is if Jared Goff dies and
Stop. You're not going to see Hendon Hooker today.
I'm doing this. Stop, Malcolm.
I'm sorry. I don't want no bad news. All right. The defensive lineman Broderick Martin. He's not playing. Wide receiver Jameson Williams is inactive, and tight end Brock Wright is inactive. Yep.
Yeah, so not many starters on this list. I mean, J-Mo's dealing with an injury, so like it's not like they're just resting him.
With Brock, yeah, Brock Wright as well.
And Brock, yeah. I mean, Kaminsky, that one's a little interesting. I think that's his first healthy scratch of the year, so that one's a little interesting. So, and they elevated what's his name? I always don't know how to say his name. Aluhu.
Tyson Alualu.
Alalu, whatever.
Tackle. That's all you gotta say. The new defensive tackle guy.
Yeah, the old fuck from Pittsburgh.
Damn, Tyson Alualu. Put some respect on his name.
That's terrible because what's sad about that whole story is that he's probably younger than me. God damn it, that's probably the truth right now. He's probably younger than me.
He's 36.
I'm about to be 37 next month, man.
Yeah, so maybe it's not my fault then, Malcolm.
God damn it.
Whoopsies. old in NFL standards, we'll say.
Yes. Yeah, okay. There we go.
But yeah, so they elevated him. So he actually ended up getting the second most snaps, I think, at defensive tackle last week for the Lions. So, they're getting him ready for the playoffs. Obviously, he made his debut last week and another stint this week. And I assume, he'll be good to go for next week in the playoffs. Something to note with the elevations, those completely resend the playoffs. So, like, if people were worried about guy having too many of them, like those completely resend the playoffs, and there's no limit on if you can bring this guy up 1, 2, 3 times, like those don't matter in the playoffs.
That's interesting because I did not know that.
Yeah, still only 2 guys, but like it doesn't matter with what they've done this season.
Got you.
All right, so we can go a lot of different directions to start this episode. We'll start off with the offense. So your offense look like pretty much full strength without Jameson Williams. They're playing all their guys. I mean, I guess I'll just ask the question. What's the keys for the Lions on offense today to beat this Minnesota Vikings defense?
I feel like we talked about this 2 weeks ago. Same
Yeah.
things, run the ball, play action game, from there get going. I mean, just how you beat them last time you played them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to come out with some adjustments, obviously, because, they watched the game back. But something the Lions did very well in that first matchup a couple weeks ago on Christmas Eve was the time of possession. They completely dominated the time of possession, kept the Vikings off the field. They had those long, gritty drives where it was 8 minutes, and then they would punch it in with David Montgomery for a touchdown. Like, those were the long, gritty drives. So the Lions could do something similar to that today. Don't really expect them to, open up the playbook too crazy, honestly, just because, I think they probably want to save it for more for the playoffs, and with this game not being too much on the line. So maybe could be a little vanilla. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect in today's game. Like, how long are the starters going to play? How open is the playbook going to be today? Because yes, there's a hypothetical you can move up a spot in the playoffs and play for the 2. So, you are technically playing for something, but with bigger aspirations as far as next week and potentially more down the line, I'm very curious to see how the Lions handle this. And as fans, we were talking before the show, we've never been in this situation before where we have these conversations do you rest your starters or do you play them, or how much do you play them? Because we've never been in the position. It's always either we're playing for draft picks right now or we're playing for just to fight into the playoffs. You need this game to win. Today it's not that same feeling. So I'm curious to see how Dan Campbell handles it all, honestly.
Yeah, I thought you just say that we usually play for draft picks, or we usually play for draft picks. That's what it usually seems like.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what's been for the last couple of years, right?
Yeah. But yeah, as far as keys to victory, man, yeah, we did talk about this a couple weeks ago. I think it's pretty similar. I don't think they do anything really different now. As far as the way they play, Dan Campbell's really he's a guy. He's a man of his words, and if he says he's gonna do something, by golly gosh, he's going to goddamn do it. I mean, the way Dan Campbell is, I mean, I think we're going to see the same football we've seen all 17 weeks, all 18 weeks. We see the same football. I don't think they can hold anything back as far as what they did, as far as how they played the last few weeks or the last, all year. I think they're trying to improve, and I think they're really mad about last week, man. I think last week really pissed them off, and like Dan Campbell said, control fury. And I think we're going to see that this week. I'm expecting a big game from Lions, man. Even though, I don't expect them to open up the complete playbook. Man, I do expect them to save some stuff that they haven't used yet for next week's game for the wild card. But as far as what they did all year, I think they're going to try to execute at a high level, and just I think they're going to really try to put it to the Vikings based on what happened last week, man.
I guess I'm going to ask the question for you guys. Just a prediction. Do you guys think Jared Goff and the offensive line play all 4 quarters today?
I don't know, Tyler. I don't know.
Simple yes or no. What's your thoughts?
I do.
Do?
I do. Just based on the inactives and I mean, I do, man. I honestly do.
If they're smoking Minnesota in the 3rd or something like that, I think they could potentially start pulling out some guys in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The way the inactives list came out, it seems like the plan is to play them all 4 quarters. I don't know though, Tyler. We haven't seen. I mean, we didn't really see a lot of guys get elevated from the practice squad. We did see some guys, but those guys are going to play a role. Jason Kabinda and Tyson Alualu. We didn't see Stephen Gilmore is inactive. So I think the plan is to play their starters.
Yeah. I when I was doing the pregame show with Malcolm, a couple of days ago, I thought maybe there'd be a situation where they kind of treat it like a preseason game to a certain extent. Maybe you play them the first half like the Packers did, and then just whatever the scores, you pull them out. But honestly, I'm kind of in the standpoint with how the inactive list looks now. I think they're going to play the whole game unless, like you said, they go out to a big lead and we're heading into the 4th quarter with a 3-score lead. Then, okay, maybe it was okay, let's pull out Deck, let's pull out Ragnar, let's pull out Goff. But if it's a close game, it's 1 score, I could see them playing all 4 quarters, honestly.
Same here.
So, I mean, I don't know. I thought there was a chance they could pull them out the first half. I don't think that's happening at all, honestly. I think they play at minimum 3 quarters.
Oh, hell no. They're not going out the first half.
Yeah, I think they're minimum 3rd quarter. That's the least amount of football they play.
And I think it's based off the score too. Like you said, it has to be a 3-score game or something like that.
Yeah, going into the 4th quarter. Yep.
Yeah. Then Dan Campbell might say, all right, let's pull the guys, but man, he wants to build off what they did last week, man. And some people might criticize him for this because they might say, oh, you should, you don't want you guys getting hurt and stuff like that. But man, Dan Campbell, like I said, he's a man of his words. he's gonna do something. He's gonna do it, and I don't think he really fears that. Like he fears like injuries. I think he's confident this guy's gonna be all right, and he's just gonna let it go. Because a lot of these guys, like a lot of the other teams, they're resting the quarterbacks. We ain't gonna see Patrick Mahomes. All the other guys that clinched. Stafford,
Lamar yesterday, Purdy today.
Yeah, a lot of guys that clinch, they're not playing. But we clinched playoffs, but we're still battling, man.
Yeah, like I said, they are technically still playing for something. I mean, it's a long shot, but they technically are still playing to move up in the seeding potentially. Like it's not like they're locked and loaded, like they're going to be the 3 seed no matter what they do today. It's like like it could happen. So they are like I see some reason to playing your guys today.
Would they feel bad? I'm sorry, Pierre. Would they feel bad if, like, for example, they did pull their guys second half?
Exactly, yeah.
And they lost the game.
Exactly, and you don't know how that game's because it's not till 4 o'clock. So like,
and then yeah, exactly. And then the Eagles lose, and then what's it called? The Cowboys lose, and then now you're like, oh fuck, I should have played my guys.
Yeah.
So the only thing I really don't want to see today is a line just coming out flat and like, but we haven't seen that after a loss. That's the only thing I don't want to see, like being content. I want to see them. I mean, they're still a divisional rival, you know. We don't like Minnesota. They don't like Minnesota. So I still want to see them kick their ass if they could, like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm expecting that, man. Did you hear what Dan Campbell said, man? He said controlled fury. That's what we're gonna see today. We're gonna see controlled fury this game, man. I'm expecting a beatdown.
That would be nice, like if it's like that Bears game last year. Remember that game last year? It was the same thing. Last home game last year, and we just kicked the complete ass of the Bears, and we rested our stars in the fourth quarter because like we were up, I think 4 scores or something at that point.
Yeah.
So, like if we can do something like that today, I think that's probably best case scenario for the Lions. I will say though, before we get into the defense, a guy I have a prediction that's gonna have a big day offensively. Josh Reynolds. No Jameson Williams. I think he's gonna start today. Needs 1 touchdown to reach his incentive to get that $250K bonus. I think you said it was a 35 yards or something like that.
Yeah, he also needs a 35 yards also to get another bonus. So he's up to 2 bonuses, man.
I know we're not doing locks. We're not doing bolds yet. That is my lock of the week, though. Josh Reynolds is going to have a big day. He's getting a touchdown. If you want to lock it in, do what you got to do. I already placed it. I think he gets a touchdown. I think he has a relatively big day. You know, maybe 60, 70, maybe even gets some flirts with 100 yards potentially.
Oh wow! I want to go that deep.
I'm not going that deep. I'm saying
I'll just put over 25.
How many yards is it?
I think he needs 35. But if you want to be safe, you're the betting guy. If you're doing the player props, you look for Josh Reynolds and you put over 25 yards, or you put over 1.5 touchdowns, and then you're good.
Dude, how about my sportsbook was on some tip today? They didn't even offer Josh Reynolds like yards at all. They only did the touchdown. They didn't even offer the yards. They're scared.
Yo, mine too. I can't do my player props. I'm waiting.
They locked all the lines once because they don't know what to expect today.
What the fuck?
They don't know. What to
I'm hoping like maybe at 12:30, maybe I could.
No, I just don't think it's happening. I don't.
No, don't say that, man.
I don't think it's happening.
No, man, don't say that, man. I've been banking on the Lions.
I know. No, I don't think it's happening today. They don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect. No one knows what to expect.
They better start guessing people.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Reynolds is going to start today with no JMO out there. You know, he was the starter when JMO was suspended, so I think he fills in for that spot today.
I think the Lions will also want to reward him too for the
they're good at rewarding their players. Like I remember Kabinda, they let him go on the 53-man roster so he can get his full bonus, and then they put him on the practice squad. So like the Lions are very good at rewarding their players, and obviously Josh Reynolds has been a glue guy. He's been here from the start, so I can see them wanting to reward him and get him a touchdown.
Yeah, they released Marv. Marv got his full guarantees, you know. So
they are very good. This regime is very good at rewarding their players. So I have a feeling about Josh Reynolds.
So you're telling me this regime not going to ask him for his money back?
No, they're not going to ask for this. This is not Calvin Johnson.
They're not going to ask for the money back. All right,
this is not Bob Quinn. This is not.
Put that out there to make sure they're not going to ask him money for his money back.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this defense and a little more loaded defense. I want to say you got CJ Gardner-Johnson making his debut since week 2. You got Elaine McNeil back after missing a month. That is huge, man. Those are 2 huge pieces to your defense, and you get them back today, and that's awesome. So start off with you, Pierre. What's the game plan this week?
So obviously the Vikings are without 2 of their starting offensive linemen. Right tackle Brian O'Neill, right guard Evan Ingram. They got 2 backups on the right side. Maybe load up that right side a little with some pressure. I think their left tackle Darisaw is hurt. He's playing hurt, I believe. I think he was on the injury report. But it's the same thing as last time. Stop the run, force them into 3rd and long situations, and that guy throws hella picks. what's his
Nick
name?
Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
Nick fucking Mullins.
And
man.
JJ, maybe don't give him that cushion. Maybe press him a little more. I think AG said this week we're gonna have to maybe press him instead of giving. I don't know. That's whatever. That's their problem, not mine. I mean, just be a little more aggressive at the line of scrimmage. Don't give him like a free release. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think we haven't got to press him, man.
Don't give him a free release. At least just be a little physical with him. Like,
oh shit.
So maybe that, and then obviously they're without Hawkinson, but they still got Addison. I mean, they still got some weapons. Osborne's a good receiver. Addison, JJ. Just don't let JJ beat you.
Over under just made this pop in my head. 125 yards for Justin Jefferson.
Over.
If I'm a betting man, I'd say over, man.
Over 100%. We have no
I'd say over.
Guys, it is what it is. All right, we're gonna stop the run. We have no answer for Justin Jefferson. It's not gonna happen. We have no guy. We have nobody to just put in front of him and say, "All right, you're gonna be stick to this guy like glue." We don't have that guy.
Now, why Justin Jefferson have like 30 yards and like 10 targets?
Fuck out of here. The only way that happens is if Nick Mullins is a complete ass all game.
I mean,
and that's the only way. It's Justin Jefferson, man. He's
the best receiver in the league, bro. Like,
yeah,
he's up there. I mean, yeah, top 2, top 1, wherever.
I think he's the best. Yeah,
I think he's the best. Though, I mean, last game we played them. The dude caught passes with like was raped all over him. I mean, the coverage was good, but the like.
That shit, it made me think of Calvin Johnson. Like
me too, bro.
Yeah, I had the same exact thought, honestly.
But the thing is, he's not as big as Calvin. That's what makes him more impressive. The guy is special, man. He's a special talent.
You see him catching over 2 people, you're like, oh shit! Now I know how the fucking Bengals felt when Calvin did it on them, or I know how the Cowboys felt. Yeah, like oh shit, man, this shit sucks.
Well, so okay, I mentioned that we're getting CJ back today, and Aaron Glenn came out and said. We've been asking the question, once CJ comes back, how are they going to handle the safety room? If he's playing out of his mind right now, Kirby's, been better. And now you're adding CJ Gardner-Johnson back, who is one of your biggest free agent acquisitions. And, you didn't think you were even going to get him back this season. But now that you do have him back, you have 2 safeties that are playing well right now. And now you're adding CJ Gardner-Johnson. Aaron Glenn says the plan is to play all 3 of them. And CJ didn't sound thrilled with that. He's never been in a rotation before. But, like, what's your thoughts? Like, how do you guys think they handle the safety room? I guess in this week and just kind of going forward.
Yeah, I actually didn't have a problem with CJ's comments. I know some people did. I think that competition.
What was his comments? I didn't hear his comments.
He said, "I didn't come here to be a backup. Basically, I came to be a starter."
Let's go.
So I like that, and some people took it the wrong way. I actually like it. I think it drives competition. I think Dan Campbell loves that too. Tyler, to answer your question, I think whoever practices better will play. Obviously, this week, I think they're going to ease in CJ Gardner-Johnson, but I think next week, whoever practices better will play. I don't think you can take Iffy off the field. I think it's probably between Kirby and CJ. Maybe you do some 3 linebacker. I mean, get rid of your 3 linebacker sets and maybe go a little more 3 safeties because they've been doing a lot of 3 linebackers. So maybe you play with just the best players. I mean, I don't know, bro.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think CJ Gardner-Johnson's a starter, though. Like, I mean,
over
maybe not.
Maybe
not today, because like you're gonna ease him in. But like
over J. Curb,
if it's in the playoffs, I mean, like
over who? Kirby?
Yeah,
I mean, whoever
you don't bench CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, but they're not gonna bench their 3rd round pick that they're high on Kirby Joe. They're not gonna bench a Fatu Malafanu who's playing out of his mind.
He was also a 3rd round pick. I mean,
I don't think you bench your big free agent pickup either. Who led the league in interceptions?
Okay, but like, who do you bench him for? Like, give me a name. Who?
Kirby.
They're not going to do that.
J. Curb.
Okay, but it's not Kirby.
You're telling Kirby you're not the future.
No life.
I don't know. I mean, like if you have CJ Gardner-Johnson, like he's a guy that you give him 100% of the snaps. Like that's just his role.
So all right. So I think the best way to handle this is you're probably gonna have to. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you fuck up the chemistry right now?
Or this is
do you fuck up the chemistry is good right now with Jay.
It is. This is risky. You could technically do a position swap with Ifeatu Melifonwu and put him back at corner.
Like, fuck out of here. Oh wait,
no. Tyler, no.
You get them all on the field. Then you don't have to rely on Kindle Vildor.
No.
I mean, that's putting your all the but if he has, I don't know how many reps he's
Nah,
at corner
man.
anymore.
Yeah,
you
man.
could do
That's
is
gonna
you
be a
could
reset, man. That'll be another reset. No,
you could play
Yeah.
more dime instead of nickel.
but then now you're if you do dime
You're
with one
smaller.
linebacker,
You're
you're
smaller.
smaller, and you're more acceptable for the run game.
But what you could do is you could put Iffy in the box. You know, Iffy's a bigger kind of safety. He's not as big as a linebacker, but he's a bigger safety. I mean, there's ways they could do it. I'm sure these are good problems to have. I don't know what they're gonna do. We'll see. But I think actually what they're going to do is probably Kirby and Iffy if they continue to play well today. I mean, I don't see how you get those two off the field together. They're rolling.
Well, how about this? How about CJ Gardner-Johnson starts, because I think you paid him. You paid him to start. You paid him to do something. I don't think he's a sub guy.
He's too good to be a sub guy.
And maybe Iffy and Jay Curb
Rotate
in and out.
I could see that.
That's possible too, but like, yeah, I mean, they could do something like that.
Like I said, man, these are good problems to have. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's always. I don't think this happens either, but just throwing it out there, like CJ could play the nickel as well, and I think they had aspirations of that. But I think Branch is playing well too now.
That's
So
Branch's spot right now. He's balling there.
So I don't think you take Branch out either. So yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, CJ has a lot of versatility because he can play so many different positions. But I mean, honestly,
what they could do though, maybe, is they can move Branch on the outside and have him start opposite of Sutton, move CJ in the nickel, and have your two safeties.
I just don't know how much he's had reps there. It's kind of like the Iffy situation. I don't know how many reps he would have in the outside. So maybe
I mean, it's not as hard. Nickel's always harder than the outside.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's not a small guy either.
No, he's not. I just never really seen Branch play the outside. I know he did it a little bit at Bama. Obviously never really seen it here.
He did a lot of. The thing is, he did a lot of one-on-one drills in camp. That's pretty much like playing outside.
That is, you're right. But like that's all in all, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I think he has the skills and the fundamentals to do it.
I think he does too. It's just I don't know if that's something you want to test out this late into the season.
No, we'll see. I mean, like, we don't see him practice.
But to be honest with you, that would keep your best players on the field.
When CJ comes in today, we'll see who they take out. I think that would be a big indication. When CJ plays today, we'll see who comes off the field.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I guess, yeah, you're right. But I think this week, like, I'm not really putting too much stock into CJ's snap count because I think it's kind of just more of an ease-in game. So I could see him not playing as much. But like, I think next week when playoffs start, like, I'm expecting CJ to get majority of the snaps, but not all of them.
He should.
I wouldn't say all of them. I would say he'll play, but I don't think he'll play all of them. Lions don't ever throw their starters in like that, like especially when they have other guys playing well.
I'm saying not today, but I'm saying for next week.
No, even next week.
We'll see. I think he's too good to be benched, honestly, and then be in this rotation. But I don't know. They have to handle that. I don't think that's.
See. I mean, we'll see, bro. These are good problems to have.
What did CJ say?
CJ said, "I'm not a backup."
There it is. There it is.
He said, "I didn't come here." He said, "I didn't come here to sit on the bench." I forgot.
There it is.
And I agree with him. He's not a backup. He's not a rotational guy. That's a guy you like. He's one of the best safeties in the league.
Hey,
that's me though. I don't know.
Like Pierre said, good problem to have. I'm done with it. I want to see what Aaron Glenn does. Come on, AG, do something.
Hey, that man been on fire.
Yes, and he has a shot to do something great, and just see how he handles this, because this is a good situation to have. And if he could find a way to get them all on the field, and that way we're playing our best football, having our best playmakers all on the field at the same time, that's a positive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is like a good week to test it out. You know, like we said, not too much on the line, but you get to test it out. You get your guy back, and then obviously next week's the big one. So we'll see what they do. All right. Let's get into our Lions picks and bold predictions. So I last checked, the Lions were 4-point favorites against Minnesota. This has been a weird line. It's been jumping up and down like crazy this whole week. But as of right now, let me see where it stands at.
3.5.
I have 4 here.
Is at 3.5 on mine.
Oh, whatever. We'll go with yours, I guess.
So we'll go 3.5. All right. I'll start off with Malcolm. You were wrong last week, so you're first.
All right. So my Lions pick today, I am actually going for the Lions, and I have them covering the spread. Let's go with the score. Let's go with a pretty high score, since everybody thinks Jared Goff is not good against what's his name? Brian Flores' defense. Let's go 32-21 Lions.
So records, forgot to mention this. Peter's at first place with 11-5, then me and Malcolm are in second at 10-6.
Womp womp womp.
All right, Peter, what do you got?
Controlled fury. I think Lions are gonna come out like pissed off, and we've seen them after when they're pissed off how they play. I got the Lions 27-17. I think they cover, they win. And then my bold predictions going to be CJ Gardner-Johnson gets a pick his first game back.
Let's go. I like that. And I ain't get my bold prediction, but I don't think I have one.
Yeah, your Jameson one can't work today.
My Jameson was I can't use that. So shit. Well, how about this? You go, Tyler, and then maybe I'll think of one.
Okay, got you. So I was on a Vikings pod early in the week. I said the Vikings were going to win this game because I thought we were going to only play the first half. But now I don't think that. So
you said that?
I did. That? I thought we would lose today. But now with how they're handling the whole situation, I think the Lions are going to win this game. And I think they can win pretty big. Just by going off the inactive report, they told me everything I needed to know. So I'll go the Lions. Let's go 35-21 Detroit. They won big today.
When he was on the Vikings, did they think they were going to win too?
No, they thought they were going to get killed.
Okay, they're on the right track.
Yeah, so they thought they're going to get killed. So I'll go 35-21 Lions.
What's your bold?
Bold prediction. I already kind of hinted towards it. Josh Reynolds touchdown.
Damn it, I should have said it before you. God damn it.
And like the bold of me wants to say 100 yards. So I'm going to say 100 yards, but realistically, right, I'm thinking more like 50 yards, 40 yards.
Shit. But it's a bold prediction. So
bold prediction, we're going 100 yards.
100 and a touch. All right.
100 and a touchdown for Josh Reynolds.
Malcolm?
All right, I'm going to say last week we saw Aiden Hutchinson had 3 sacks.
Yep.
I think Aiden Hutchinson follows up today with another 3-sack performance.
Like Ziggy Ansah a little bit. And
wait, that was my bold last week. It hit. I said forced fumble too. My bold hit last week. I think I said 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble.
You did? I think you did.
He didn't get a fumble though, right?
No, he did not get a fumble.
But you got the sacks, yeah.
So you got the sacks though.
Damn, that means you're one. That's like a parlay up here.
Hey,
you're one short. You're one short,
right.
man.
It's all right. It's all right.
So, all right, locks of the week. Final locks of the week.
Ooh.
Finally, I hate this stupid segment.
Are we carrying into the playoffs? Are we carrying into the playoffs?
I love yes, we can. Why not?
All right, if we do that though, we can pick the same teams because the teams are limited.
Sure.
What? No, because he's gonna copy my picks.
No, we're not.
True. Hey,
I'm just gonna go with who I think is like my favorite one. It's hard to do. Like, there's only a few teams playing.
How? You just pick just.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out next week. All right.
The thing is, the bettors, people who bet on sports, they love this. They love this part. They love this part of the show.
I think
all right, but we can pick the same locks though. I think because that's like, I mean, it's the playoffs. Like, there's matches that are like, yeah, it's the playoffs next.
All right, record.
Malcolm's
10-5-1 on locks the week. It had a crazy ending of the season. He just went on an absolute heater. I'm in second place at 7-9. That's like. I'm literally the Minnesota Vikings in locks the week. I'm just so mediocre. That's 2 years in a row. Pierre took his crown back on an absolute cold streak. 6-9-1. So
yeah, I went from like 100 to a 0.
Yeah, Pierre, I think you were 6-3 at one point.
Yeah, it was. I went from like 100 to a 0.
Yeah, you've been
I'll tell you one thing. I'm never betting on Arthur Smith again in my life.
You've been on an absolute cold streak recently. I thought you were going to win the crown this year, but now we and you are in competition for the toilet bowl right now.
I don't really care, honestly.
All right, we'll start off with Malcolm since he's in first place. What's your lock of the week?
All right, I've been going back and forth like crazy. This week is really hard because there's a lot of guys who are not playing, and there's a lot of teams who need this game and a lot of teams who don't. So it's really tough right now. But I decided I came down to it. I didn't want to copy any of your picks because y'all two have some really good picks. I really like Tyler's because that's the one I wanted. I'm gonna go with Tennessee plus 3.5 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Jacksonville is struggling, and I think Tennessee ruins their playoff hopes.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, that's a huge game, man. I don't want to get into all the playoff stuff, but like that's a huge game for Jacksonville. If they lose, Buffalo automatically clinches the playoffs, meaning they would even technically need to win this game tonight. So that's big stuff. All right, I'll go second. So when I texted you guys this morning, the line's a little different now, so I'll still stick with it. I'll even give you the updated one. So I said Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 3.5 in our text today, but now I'm checking right now.
Wait, you're not using Tampa Bay? Because I'll switch my.
No, I'm still going to use Tampa Bay.
I was going to say,
but the line is a little worse in my favor now, so it's minus 4.5 now.
Oh,
but I'll still stick with it. I think Tampa Bay will still cover because this is a huge game for them. If they win this game, they clinch the NFC South. So
yeah.
they
Yeah,
need-
I mean, I think it started at 3.5, and then it just kept going up to like this all morning.
yeah, I think the lowest I saw it was -3, and
-3?
now it's -4.5. So
When I placed my bet, I got it at -4.
I got -3.5. So
You got -3? Oh,
I got
there
-3.5.
you go.
I did it on Friday, I think.
Oh,
Friday or Saturday.
I always do the day of because I'm scared of the inactive list, man.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I think Terry Foster said it from Woodward Sports. Betting on Week 18 is like betting on bowl games. You don't know who the hell is playing. You are a total degenerate if you're betting on Week 18 in NFL football.
Oh, I mean, shit. I mean,
He just called them a degenerate.
I mean, I'm on it too. I bet money.
oh, shit, I don't know, man.
Like, if you're betting on games that have no meaning, like if you're betting on the Chiefs and Chargers, you're an absolute lunatic.
Oh yeah.
Or
You just-
Broncos Raiders, you're a
you-
lunatic.
Just give them the 800 number.
Give them the call the 1-800 number right now.
Call the 1-800. If you're betting on that game, you need to call the 1-800 because who's starting? Who's the quarterback?
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're betting on games like that, you're an
I think
absolute
it's
lunatic.
Easton Stick, right?
The Easton Stick versus who's the Chiefs quarterback today? It's not Henny anymore.
I
He
mean, the
retired.
Rams game is Sam Darnold versus.
Yeah, if
Carson
you're betting on
Wentz.
the Rams Niners, you're a lunatic. Absolute lunatic.
Yeah, I mean that's wild. That's like betting on preseason. That's crazy.
It damn near is, yeah. All right, Pierre, what do you got?
I like the Bills tonight -3. Miami's banged up, and I don't know if Miami could stop that running game. James Cook in that running game. So give me the Bills -3. I don't know.
Huge game, man. Huge game tonight. That's gonna be a fun one to watch. If whoever wins that one wins the AFC East, and
So I think both teams will play hard for sure.
But if Jacksonville wins today, like Buffalo must win tonight if they want to make the playoffs. Because if they lose, they're done. They're out.
So this is huge for Buffalo. They have to if they win the division.
Yes.
But if the other team loses, like you said, if the Jags win, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Buffalo still has to win. So I think Buffalo wants this more than Miami. And Miami's banked up all over the place. I don't know if you guys seen.
Yeah.
They lost a lot
Waddle,
of guys
Mostert.
recently.
And mentally all over the place. Tyrese Hill caught on fire. Like it hasn't been good for Miami right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch for sure. I mean, it's a crazy scenario for the Bills.
I'm looking forward to that game.
The Bills could either be outside the playoff seed or be in the 2 seed by the end of the night.
Yeah.
That is an absolute crazy scenario.
Yeah, they have every scenario right now. They can either be 2 seed, wild card, or fucking out of the
Or out, just completely out.
And
Completely
then
out.
I have one more prediction. Malcolm, sorry, your Bama lost. Sorry about that. But go blue tomorrow. Michigan's winning tomorrow. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
Yes,
Hail
sir.
to
Go
the-
blue.
hail to
Hey, I told you guys. I said, that's gonna be a really good game, and whoever wins that game is gonna win the championship. I told you guys that.
Yeah.
We all agreed.
I agree too. Yeah.
So I really believe Michigan has this. I think this is y'all year. Y'all gonna win the championship this year, man, and y'all deserve it.
Also, one more thing to close out on. We will know the schedule for the playoffs at Sunday night. So keep an eye out after the Sunday night game. They'll have the schedule drop. We'll know if the Lions are playing Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Everything will drop after the game on Sunday.
Are you guys gonna break the news?
Oh, yeah, you can break it. It's you.
No, man, you break it, man. You guys are tailgating, man. You gotta
Yeah, so we're
man.
nothing's set in stone, but like there's gonna be a potential very, very lit tailgate, but hosted by us.
Woo!
So you guys, we'll get all the information out once we know the schedule and all that. So it'll be a good time, man.
I'm
Yep.
down. I'm happy.
Malcolm, you flying? You flying in next week?
Damn
He's booking
right.
his ticket tonight
I'm booking my ticket tonight, man. I'm just waiting for the schedule. Are we playing on Saturday or Sunday
or Monday.
Or
Hopefully
Monday?
not, hopefully not Monday, dude.
Yeah, hopefully it's not Monday, but hopefully, what are the Lions playing? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm hoping for Sunday.
Me too.
But whatever it is, it is.
Is it guaranteed a night game or is it gonna chance
We don't know.
We could play 1 o'clock on Sunday.
We can play one
Or 4 o'clock.
I hope
I
it's a
hate
night
4
game.
o'clock games.
I hope it's a night game, man. I hope it's a night game. I hope it's Sunday.
Sunday night in Motown is lit.
Sunday night, Motown. Let's party.
Sunday
man.
night or 4 o'clock for me. That's all I want.
After the game, too. If we win after the game, I'm partying. It's downtown.
Let's party, man. We're partying, man. Let's go.
We're not going home, Tyler. We're partying.
It's gonna be a good ass time. That's why I really want the 4 o'clock game. I'm not trying to be home at 3.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro.
All right, we'll deal with that. But yeah, just want to give you guys on the note. We'll have those all posted once it is official. So keep a lookout on Sunday Night Football tonight. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Let's enjoy this game. And that's all I got for you guys. Peace.
All right, guys. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you after the game on X Space. I'm out. Peace.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Malcolm. Yerp, and I'm out, man. Peace.